You're not old. You're just dressing like it. And I say that with love because we've all been there. I mean, have you ever caught a reflection of yourself in the mirror and scared yourself and thought, why do I look so tired or fill in the blank? And spoiler alert, it's probably not your face. It's your outfit. So today we're diving into 7 summer style mistakes that could be aging your look, dragging you down, and your energy along with it, and hiding the confident woman you actually are. These are sneaky but fixable habits. And by the end of this video, you'll have the tools to turn every one of them around. Trust me, I've made every single mistake imaginable, and I'm here to tell the tale. So let's walk through it together. And don't miss the bonus mistake, because that one has nothing to do with clothing and everything to do with how you carry yourself. Okay, ladies, first up is wearing oversized clothing. So let's start with the difference between relaxed and oversized, because I get this question a lot. And because honestly, relaxed silhouettes are very in vogue right now, but a relaxed silhouette, and absolutely love them, they still fit. The shoulder seam still hits where it's supposed to. The length of the sleeves is still there. The length of the blouse is still there, or the tee. The drape flatters your shape. But oversized, that's when you start looking like the Michelin Man. The fabric generally tends to overwhelm you, and there's no shape, no definition, and no confidence in sight. So what's the fix? Well, first, we're going to choose breathable fabrics. I mean, it is summer after all, with a defined shape. So you can think about a belted shirt dress. That's absolutely perfect because, shirt dresses can be a little bit shapeless, but you just pop on a belt, voila. Or you could go with a structured poplin shirt or linen trousers with a proper waistband. Relax doesn't mean drowning in your fabric. And next style mistake is too many neutrals, not enough color. And neutrals are a staple, and they should be. I get it. I totally preach that to the choir all of the time. So navy, black, white, camel, ivory, olive, gray, all of them. They make mixing and matching easy and chic. But here are a few things to consider because we never want to disappear into the woodwork. And unfortunately, we're taught to blend in, not stand out at a certain age. That's because many of us were raised in a generation where dressing modestly and even invisibly was praised. And as we age, that conditioning doesn't magically disappear. Honestly, it often gets stronger because we get more strong in our voice and our opinions and what others should and shouldn't be doing. And then also, have you heard this phrase? You're trying too hard. Yep. Well, we all fear having that bandied about, especially with our outfits. It's a cultural double standard because if you wear bold color or prints over 50, someone might whisper, you're trying too hard. And I say this all the time because could you imagine telling a teenager that they're trying too hard at their math problems or they're trying too hard, at their job? Because honestly, if you are having a moment with your style and you're not exactly sure what the path forward is, you might be trying too hard. What is wrong with that? And I say this all the time. It's really okay to try too hard. Now, we don't want to look too young, and that's typically what this phrase really entails, but we should be trying hard at our style, trying to fix a problem. So I think we should really rethink that phrase. And honestly, so many women dim their style to avoid that judgment from other women, when really the problem is the judgment itself. And as I said, neutrals should be your foundation. Every smart wardrobe is built on the neutrals, but they shouldn't be your hiding place. And summer is a time to add life to your wardrobe. All neutrals can tend to wash you out, especially under bright sunlight. And neutrals can be chic, but here's where it can go wrong. Head-to-toe neutrals with no texture, no silhouette, and no focal point. That's not minimalist. That's disappearing in broad daylight. A little color, it brightens your face and your mood. So here are some ways to add color without looking like a hotel carpet, because I also say that we should add pattern into the mix too. It's not just color, it's color and pattern, but I have heard that phrase. I don't want to look like the hotel carpet. And I totally get that because typically hotel carpet is not the most attractive. But colorful earrings or necklaces Now that's just a win-win. Or it could be a patterned blouse or a dress. You could even go with a bright belt with neutral trousers. Or you could have textured sandals. You could even have snakeskin sandals, leopard sandals, or statement shoes. And I love this one because scarves are just so easy. At that pop of color, you can tie it to your handbag, or if you have long hair, you could add it to your ponytail. You could wear it as a headband around your neck. So don't fear color. Use it to highlight your personality and add a playful twist. And here's my bonus mistake: neglecting strength. And it honestly has nothing to do with clothes, but it has everything to do with us and how we wear our clothes. And that's not building strength. I say it all the time. Style isn't just what you wear. It's how you carry yourself. Posture, confidence, energy. They all start with strength. When you feel strong, you look strong, and people notice. I wanted to work with Trainwell because I get to work with a personal trainer who tailors my workout to what I need. And my trainer was Chris, and I just loved her. And she put together a realistic 30-minute strength workout that I can actually do, even with a full schedule. And so I work out on Tuesdays and Thursdays just strictly with strength training. And the best part, Chris actually checks in on me and my progress. That accountability has made all the difference. Trainwell matches you with a real certified personal trainer, someone who listens, builds a plan around you, and stays with you every step of the way. So it's not just like a cookie cutter workout, but real training customized for your goals, your body, and your lifestyle. You're the expert, so you can definitely share with me, what's best and what's optimal.
I think 30 minutes is great. And a lot of times we do kind of go into this thinking, oh, I have to do an hour. I have to get, what are the benefits? And really the benefit is if you're consistent, if you're getting it in, you're obviously doing other types of exercise. A lot of times our clients are, moms, they're busy with work. Even if we had 15 to 20 minutes, it still works. And again, we're looking at that consistency with it.
And the tech is smart too. It tracks your pacing, range of motion, and gives your trainer real-time feedback so they can coach you like they're right there with you. Because actually they really kind of are. And I love the little app because it has the little people that are showing me the exercise, but my trainer's photo is just right up there, and then also I can hear her voice too. So really, it's very, very personalized, and I really like that. And I also like that I have a tailored workout, and they can also give you advice. They're more of a workout app, but they also can offer, some guidance with nutrition and recovery and the kind of encouragement that actually sticks. And no, you don't need a fancy gym or complicated equipment. And that's also why I was attracted to Trainwell. I mean, I have a little gym downstairs and I have weights and I have bands and I have like all the basics, but I don't have any fancy machines. I just like to go down there and, pump some iron. So, and that's, as I said, that's what I really loved about Trainwell, is because you don't need a fancy gym. You can also take it with you. I mean, all you really need is commitment. So if you're feeling stiff, if you're feeling tired, or like you've lost that bounce in your step, Trainwell can help you get it back, because strength, that's a foundation for everything. And it's never too late to build it. And that's what I really loved about Trainwell and working with Chris, because she knew that strength training was really what I wanted to focus on. So she built a strength program that fits my life, fits my age at 66, and really it's just tailor-made. So I am just feeling stronger. I'm feeling better. I know in a month from now, I'll feel even better. And 12 months from now, better than that. But I use Trainwell to keep that going, to keep my strength training going. It's a smart, personalized fitness platform designed for women like us. And some of the things that I love is because, as I mentioned, you're matched with a real certified trainer who gets to know you, and they build a plan based on your goals, limitations, schedule, and equipment, or lack of it. And I love this because you get feedback in real time. Trainwell tracks your pacing, range of motion, and form so your trainer can make sure you're doing the moves correctly and safely. And your trainer checks in, offers support with not just workouts, but also recovery, mindset, and, as I mentioned, nutrition. This isn't about chasing your 30-year-old body. It's about keeping the one you have strong, mobile, and resilient. Train Well fits into my life just like Pilates and walking Oscar do. It's flexible, it's thoughtful, and most importantly, built around real women living real lives. So if you felt stiff, sluggish, or just out of sync with your body, give it a try. I promise you, strength changes everything. And I have everything linked down below in the description box. And if you have any questions, you can also just leave them down below too. I'm happy to answer. So the next fashion mistakes or style mistake that totally ages us is wearing capris. Because I'm telling you, there are better silhouettes out there than capris. And capris have long been a go-to for women over 50 for a few key reasons. But like many comfort classics, they're a double-edged sword. Plus, they can look dated fast, especially when paired with old school sneakers or clunky sandals. And that's usually how I see them worn. So here's the why behind the capri craze and why they often don't do us any favors. So I do think that capris really remain popular to this day because they offer more coverage than shorts while still being cooler than full-length pants. And for women who feel self-conscious about knees, their thighs, or their veins, capris feel like a safe middle ground. And they're easy to move in. They don't drag on the ground, and they work well for errands, travel, or warm weather activities. You can also garden in them, you can walk the dog in them, and still pop into the grocery store. And honestly, retailers market them heavily to the 50-plus demographic. I mean, you can go into any store with a Mrs. or a classic fit section and you'll be tripping over capris. It's a style that's been sold to this generation as a summer basic. And they're very comfortable because typically they come with elastic waistbands, stretch fabrics, and cropped hems. So capris often feel really, really good to wear. And they're forgiving. They're low maintenance, and they're often machine washable. But here's why they don't work. First off, mid-calf is not doing most of us any favors at all. It shortens the legs visually and adds bulk, especially when paired with, as I said, chunky sandals or heavy sneakers, the really old school sneakers that are not fashion forward at all. And as I said, they can look dated because many capri styles still lean towards the early aughts, and the proportions can be totally off. They can be low rise, they can have cargo pockets, they can be overly stretchy. It's not timeless, and it can unintentionally age the look. And as I mentioned, they often throw off your silhouette balance, especially paired with a long tunic or oversized top. And that would have us, really back in the oversized clothing section of this video. And we don't want that because we want clothes that really skim and highlight our figures. So what to wear instead of capri pants? Ankle-length trousers. They're tailored, they're sleek, and they look great with sandals or flats. You can also pick a cropped wide-leg pant. I think these are chic, they're breathable, and totally on trend. And how about a breezy midi skirt? They're feminine and flattering. Or you can even give knee-length walking shorts a chance. Or skirts. I love skirts because both give structure with coverage. Next up, lingerie matters. Neglecting your undergarments. Yep, and we do this. So let's talk lingerie. And yes, every great outfit starts underneath. Trust me, foundation pieces matter more than most people realize. You can be wearing the most amazing, stunning dress, but if your bra is digging or your panties are creeping up or you're adjusting things all day, it shows, and not in a subtle way. It takes a polish right out of your look. No one wants to be pulling on a strap while pretending everything's fine. Or worse, having a Princess Diana moment where the sunlight reveals way more than you ever intended. Lingerie should support you, not sabotage you. So start every outfit from the inside out and you'll feel the difference all day long. And there's nothing more uncomfortable than fidgeting with your underwear, and I hate that, at a dinner party. So let's avoid that. So first up, a good bra lifts everything, your bust and your posture. But that's not the end of the story. We need to be professionally fitted at least once every year. I always say twice because when the seasons change, I just think it's a perfect time to do that. But honestly, if you get fitted at least once a year, you will notice the difference. And it is the difference between day and night. But panties matter too. The wrong pair can bunch, they can ride up, or give you a visible panty line that ruins the clean look of your clothes. So seamless, high cut, boy short, smoothing. There's no one size fits all. But the goal is no tugging, no riding up, and definitely no visible panty lines. And ladies, I'll have a lot of different panties and bras and shapewear and slips, linked down below in the description box. I won't leave you hanging here. I'll give you some suggestions, but bras and panties, that's just the first step to an amazing outfit and an amazing you. As I said, let's not forget slips. They may feel old school, but they are a modern girl's best friend. And when it comes to sheer fabrics, clinging materials, and keeping things graceful in sunlight, you definitely need a slip. And they're especially important in summer dresses and skirts. And the great thing is many dresses and skirts do come self-lined, but some don't. So that's when a slip comes in handy. So the next thing that can date our look are shoes that hurt or look clunky. And honestly, we don't want to be wearing those shoes that scream, "I give up." But I get it. Foot pain is real. Bunions, plantar fasciitis, neuromas, flat arches, the list goes on. But comfort doesn't have to equal clunky or outdated shoes. Look, I'm not saying we suffer for fashion. No, no, no. That was my mother's generation. I mean, I don't know if your mom used to tell you that, but she would tell me that. We need to suffer for fashion, Beth. And I'm like, no, we don't. We can do both. We can look stylish and comfortable because, dare I say, we've come a long way, baby. But comfortable shoes can also be stylish. Espadrilles, leather slides, block heels, and sneakers are all great choices. These keep you comfy and polished. So look for platform espadrilles because they lengthen the leg, add height, and feel very summery. Block heels offer stability and elegance, and I love those. Or supportive slides. They're chic with good arch structure. Leather sneakers offer clean lines, fresh silhouettes, and perfect for errands or travel. Adjustable sandals with cushioning. Well, that's a match made in heaven because they're perfect for foot issues without looking orthopedic. Style starts from the ground up, so the right shoe supports your outfit and your body. So the next fashion mistake that we can make is hiding your arms in the heat. It's summer. It's hot. And yet so many of us still reach for long sleeves to hide our arms. I'm 66. I lift weights. I go to Pilates. I try to make the right choices. But guess what? My arms aren't what they were at 36. And they're not supposed to be. But I wear sleeveless tops and dresses anyway because it's flippin' hot in Georgia come July and August, unless I'm inside a restaurant battling Arctic temp. And that's a push and pull of summer because you're hot outside and freezing on the inside. It's kind of crazy sometimes, but I'm for sure going to go sleeveless. And I just finished an entire video on that, the right to bare arms, and we'll link that right here. And one reason I wear sleeveless is because confidence isn't about being flawless. I don't have perfect arms, but confidence is about being present. Here's some sleeveless options that flatter. Wide shoulder tanks. I love those. And they're a great layering piece too. Or you could take a look at structured shells. Flutter sleeves. Not to be confused with cap sleeves, but flutter sleeves. Or racerbacks with coverage. So ladies, we need to let go of the idea that aging arms must be hidden. You've earned the right to feel the breeze. And the next fashion mistake that we make is going bare bones. Because accessories are your personality on display. A gold hoop, a statement earring, a woven tote. It tells the world you showed up with intention. And isn't that the goal? Accessories are the finishing touch that say, I didn't just get dressed, I got ready. So why do women over 50 shy away from accessories? Well, as I mentioned earlier before, we've kind of been told to tone it down. But that was a generation that our mothers grew up in, and they really passed that down to us. And somewhere along the line, the message became, if you're over 50, keep it simple. No bold jewelry, no statement bags, no scarves, just stay, well, invisible. And that's not style. That's social conditioning. And I know many of us are afraid of looking like, too much. Bold earrings, red lips, heaven forbid a leopard scarf or shoes. Many women worry it'll read as, again, trying too hard. So they default to safe. And then they feel bored and bland. And honestly, they just start to blend in. Also, decision fatigue is real. I mean, when you're juggling kids, when you're juggling grandchildren, pets, errands, work, hot flashes, it's easy to skip the necklace or the scarf. But those little extras are exactly what make the difference. And honestly, some of us never learned how to accessorize. Because if no one ever showed you what a gold hoop can do for a plain tee, or how a belt can define your waist, you'll never reach for those tools. It's not lack of interest, it's lack of guidance. But guess what? I'm here and I always sing the praises of accessories because accessories do matter and they always will. Accessories are the finishing touch. They're the bold punctuation at the end of your fashion sentence. They elevate basics. Jeans and a tee, as I mentioned, add gold hoops or even a crossbody bag, maybe a printed silk scarf. Because when you do those things, now it's an outfit. And accessories let you change your look without changing your wardrobe. A scarf or belt can reinvent that dress you've had for 5 years, maybe even 10. And they are the easiest way to show personality. Classic, edgy, playful, elegant. Your accessories talk even when you don't. And here's Beth's golden rule. Accessories are the exclamation point to your outfit and the P in personality. A belt, a hoop, a bag, a scarf. Use them, wear them, own them. They're not extra, they're essential. And handbags, crossbody bags, structure bags, they definitely, instantly elevate your outfit. And jewelry? Hoops, layered chains, or a bold earring draw attention to the face. Silk scarves? Wear them around your neck, on your bag, or in your hair. They're timeless. You can even wear them as a belt. Shoes? Yes, we're saying it again. Intentional footwear seals a deal. So why do I harp on accessories all the time? Because they pull it all together. They're style shorthand for polish and personality. So okay, ladies, let's recap the 7 style mistakes. They're summer style mistakes that we can be making. So we want to be wearing relaxed clothes. Just make sure they fit. We also don't mind embracing neutrals. We just don't want to forget about color. But let the capris go and choose flattering alternatives. Start your outfit with lingerie that works. Pick stylish shoes that support your style and your body. Go sleeveless because it's hot and you're fabulous. Accessorize because it's the easiest way to upgrade everything. And don't forget to build your strength, because grace comes from power. Thanks for watching, ladies. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and for sure leave a comment down below. I love to hear your thoughts and others do too. And I'll see you again very, very soon. Sleeveless, accessorized, and walking tall.